They call me Woody. I know most of you, I'm by sight here. Came down last night to go to the Celebrate Recovery meeting up there at Council Road Baptist Church, and talked to Ricky Z about some stuff.
Yes.
And had a real good time, real good meal. Just wasn't enough of it. I didn't eat but once yesterday. You can tell I'm about to starve to death.
I like that.
You know,
And then on his gut.
No, it's good.
I think I'm glad those people are going to get out of prison, because about this time last year I got out. God saw fit to kick me out of prison for almost 16 years.
Wow.
But these people are coming out. The day that I got out, my cousin called the person that's the second in charge for the state of pardon and parole officers and stuff, and told him what kind of people are you. If Junior, of course, this kid used to call my mama other mama, so you know they know who he's talking about. He said, if I hadn't been up there to get him, or somebody hadn't been there to get him, you're turning people loose with $50, a pair of clothes, and a bus ticket, expecting them to survive out there. And you know, I got to thinking, I said, you know, if they put me out there with $50 and a bus ticket and whatever kind of clothes they put on my fat backside, I don't know what I would do, but I know what some people's mentality, because mine was there at one time. I could get that $50 worth of dope. Of course, I don't know how much dope you can buy for $50 now. Back then, you couldn't buy hardly none.
That's enough.
But, and make me some money and come up, you know. That's their first thought, because they're gonna let you loose. And if you got any, you got to go and see the probation or parole officer or whatever you got to do. They're going to tell you need a job, a place to live, a vehicle and everything in 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how long? I've been out, since December the 21st.
Yep.
I just was able to take my written test the other day down over at Hinton, and I'm scheduled for my driver's license, the driving part. That ought to be fun. On the 13th of November.
Tell them what all you had to do just to get
that.
to that point.
Okay. Here's what when I got out, and I had a drug conviction is an automatic suspension or revocation of your driving
Wow.
privileges.
Yes, it is.
And you've got to go back, and if you get out between, if you're not got your license, if it's been 1 to 3 years, you don't have to retake all the tests and everything. But now the reinstatement fee is like $350 or maybe $375, because mine was so far back there, 2003, it just cost $175.
Wow.
But then I had to go to that evaluation to see that what I needed to do in the way of DUI school. That's what they made. That's what they said that I had to do all this stuff over, was drinking, and I hadn't drank. I hadn't got. I don't know how long. I might have got buzzed up one time in '98. But I quit the drinking. Yeah, God got the drinking part of it. I tried again, but it didn't work very well. Because, you know, once God gets rid of something and you give him credit for getting rid of it, he's going to make it shine every time you do it. I guarantee he's going to make an example out of me. But, so that was $175 on my reinstatement fee, which today would cost you $350. And then I went down for my evaluation to a lady who turned out to be a retired warden. I did not know this, you know, and you're there. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but there are some people that think that you need to do every second of the time that you get. Even though I had 14 boxes of pills, 2 batteries, and half a gram of dope, I should have never got out in less than 16 years. That's just the way I'm thinking. So I go back over there, after I'd done what she had told me to do. I went back over there, and then she's telling me she didn't tell me to do that. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Only the wardens.
Huh?
Only the wardens.
Only warden. I can't count the times something like that has happened to me. Probably 10. But right now, it hurt. That was $175 evaluation fee. and she's gonna make me go back over there and almost get into a recovery program. I said, ma'am, I'm carrying around a 15-year chip. I said, I just got out of prison. Did you take any drug classes? I said, I was in medium security. They ain't got none. They don't have the money for it, you know. And so I just went and found somebody else. I found a good Christian man that done evaluations. He's a doctor of psychology or something like that. I mean, he's also done 25 years in prison.
Wow.
So, you know, when God's got people for you to go see, you just got to take the time to get with him and ask him. And Philip kept saying, I know somebody does it, man, they'll do the best for you can. You know, and all it was that they was asking, I was having to answer the questions myself and on a computer. Well, he asked me personally. He said, is that what you really mean? I said, well, what are you talking about? You know, because I'm a little old. So, you know, he didn't try to redirect my answers or anything. Because I told him, you know, when you got somebody that's a brother or sister that's a Christian that's willing to do something to help you out, you don't want to take advantage of their kindness. So I told him straight up, I said, even if I gotta go, if you say I gotta go, I'll go do it. And I got that. That cost me another $160. Then I went and paid, let's see, 175, 3.5, 500. It's gonna be around $560 to get everything, to get my driver's license. And that's crazy. How can you get out of prison with $50? You've done burnt every bridge that you can burn to get there, you know. You know, I won't go back. The bridges can be built back, but you have to start with a different foundation. That foundation needs to be Jesus Christ.
Amen.
But how can you expect people to get out and do these things on minor amounts of just any influence? And when you go to places and ask for help, they're out of money, they don't have it, you know. And I think it's time for the church to step up and start being the church.
Amen.
Because in the book of Acts, you see these people coming down here, they're having to deal with they got all these, they're feeding everybody. People's bringing all their money in and just giving it to the church. So they asked one of the apostles, y'all need to help us out here. What y'all want us to do? So y'all need to figure this out and get it what you need to do and what the church needs to be church. Because we're in here for searching over the scriptures for the imminent return of Jesus Christ to be made plain to us.
Yay!
Even after he'd said under, like in the 24th chapter of Matthew, and they asked him a question. Oh, well, if you can't tell us the hour you're going to be back, can you tell us what it's going to look like, boss? So he told them, he gave them a very good description of what it's going to look like. And even after that, they still were searching. Instead of going up, we're hung up today. We're not, the church is not being the church. We're not helping people. I mean, Pastor Bonds and the Nazarenes, there's some help, but the community around, it looks like it ties their hands. It said, for the love of many shall wax cold. Just right before you see the end, you know. So when I see grown-ups turning on each other and children learning that from us, it makes me sad, because them little children are just, I'm living out there 150 yards from my youngest daughter, and I've spent more time with her in the last month, 6 weeks, than I have in 34 years. Well, she's just 41. But I've enjoyed it. I wish I could get her to go to church. I'm not going to push it. I've got, you know, and I made all these things known to God while I was in prison. Look, Lord, if I don't get out, because I didn't know, you know, if you don't let me out, because it's all up to you. If I don't get out, as far as I can pray for my children and my grandchildren, I ask you to do these things in their lives for your glory and to make them pastors and teachers and prophets and apostles and evangelists. You know, that's what I want out of my grandchildren, because I wasn't there long enough to see it happen for my children. And my dad, I did get the privilege of watching him for 30 years invite everybody he's seen to church. If you talk to my dad for more than 5 minutes, he gonna know where you go to church at. If you don't go to church, he's gonna tell you got a good church right down here. Go to town 250 people, but he would be telling somebody that at Walmart. And want to know if they're saved.
Maybe we should bring your dad up here.
It'd be kind of hard because he's buried down yonder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Does church make you feel good?
Huh?
When you go to church, does it make you feel good?
I
always feel good when I go to church.
I had some heavy moments at church. It's just people are not trusting God with everything they have. They always, and I'm putting it on myself. I've always wanted to grab the football after we made a couple of tough yards and let me play with it again. Lord, I got it. But this time we ain't doing that. If he don't say go, I don't. If he said go, I'm gonna do everything I can to include walking barefooted to get there. Because he saved me from having to be carried out of prison feet first. I got to walk out, you know, and I'm just so thankful for that. There's hope. If there's hope for this old man, there's hope for everybody, you know. And that hope is named Jesus Christ. I wish I could come see y'all more, but I live like 90 miles.
Really?
Yeah, that's just one way.
So where did you move to?
West of let's see, Watonga, Faye.
Where?
Faye.
F-A-Y-E.
No E.
I
I
don't
thought
know.
it had E on it too all the time. It's
Just F-A-Y.
I don't even know
I've
where
been
that's
with E
at.
for a long time. But you know, that's world.
Yeah, Galena, Missouri, yeah.
Wow.
You my daughter and her old man, boyfriend, whatever. Boy, I gotta lay a little foundation for this.
Be careful, you're on camera.
I know. You know, about 3 weeks ago, sometime here a while back, there was a young man that woke up one morning and did not know that he was going to go see Jesus Christ that day. He was 19 years old.
Wow.
He had a wreck on his four-wheeler, and then the police shot him.
Oh my God, man.
And his dad and them asked me to come down and preach a funeral for the young man, and I did.
The police shot him. How come?
Well, I wasn't there.
I wasn't
They said
there.
he was going for a gun.
Oh my
I
God.
just don't, you know, they were shooting pepper balls at him and stuff. It was, the devil thought he was going to win this situation. You know, going to lock him up for a long time. You know how it is. If you got somebody that has the possibility of causing you problems or is causing you problems, you want to get them out of the way.
Yeah.
So this young man the devil tried to take him out of the way, but you know, I look at sudden death as instant glory. You know, because I know that when I die here, there's no doubt in my little fat bald head that I am going to be with Jesus Christ. I have seen him do
Amen.
so much.
Yeah.
Not in my life, but in other people's life. And he's been so good to me. I mean, it just continues to bless me. And because he blesses me, I'm able to bless some other people. But I want you to understand that the thing that you carry around in your hand, and it looks good. It might be the first thing you might pour it off a BB gun or something, but that Bible is so powerful. It is the truth.
Wow.
They all talk about, well, they changed this and they changed that. Well, they did not change Jesus Christ's name. They did not change the story about he was crucified, died, and was buried and resurrected again on the third day. If the devil can get you to argue about stupid stuff and looking somewhere else besides the cross of Calvary and to the name of Jesus Christ, then he has won a victory in your life. And you may not think about it. Well, I was going to go, but I had to go down to, I've been there, but I had to go, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's a victory for the devil. Or if you get into a fight with your loved ones or a friend or something,
Yeah.
and say some bad language and stuff. That's a victory. In prison, I would sit and watch those spirits come through, and all of a sudden, I would know that there's fixing to be a fight.
Good guys don't get off that.
Because, the devil wants his blood sacrifices too. So every tear that comes out of a child's eye, every drop of blood or that comes off your lip or out of your nose, every car wreck, every shooting, the devil's trying to get his glory that way. And I'm just not going to let him have it.